and welcome to TechnorazziLIVE, the program that lets you ask questions of metrology experts. I'm your host, Dirk Ducharme, and we're live, as you can tell, at IMTS 2014 at the McCormick Center in Chicago. And this is the first of 3 live video programs that we're going to be doing from the show. And we're really excited to be at our first venue, the Mitutoyo booth. This is Mitutoyo's 80th anniversary. That's 80 years of precision metrology equipment, and you know the name Mitutoyo. Everything from precision hand tools to CMMs to surface measurements, comparators, every kind of tool you can think of. And actually, we're going to be looking at most of those tools today in the booth. But before we get started, I'd like to introduce Mark Azumi. Mark is the Manager of Marketing and Communications for Mitutoyo America. Mark, thanks for letting us into your booth.
Great. Good to see you, Dirk.
And what are we going to be looking at today?
Well, today we're going to kind of overview our brand new booth for IMTS. We're going to talk a little bit about the 80th anniversary and what that means, as well as Mitutoyo quality. And then we're going to go through a list of about 10 new products and go through those. And we're going to start out with the MyCat planner, which will be presented with Peter Rao to your right.
Okay, perfect. And we'll hook up with you again at the end of the show.
Yeah,
okay.
A little bit later.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so we've got Peter Rao here, and Peter, what is your title here with Mitutoyo?
I am an applications engineer.
Okay, and we're going to be looking at the MyCat.
MyCat planner, which is a brand new product.
Okay.
Like I said, brand new product. MyCat planner will give us the ability to take a annotated GD&T model or a non-annotated GD&T model and create a part program. For a part program that used to at one point take hours, days, we bring that down to a matter of minutes.
And it does this automatically? This is kind of just push a button and go?
Yes, so we basically bring in the annotated model, choose your machine configuration, establish a position within the machine's volume, press a button, and it will then create a program based on the machine configuration, based on the machine type and size. Also calculate all the clearance moves, points, and feature measurement.
And how does this compare? How was this done before a product like MyCat?
Well, you would bring, if you had a CAD model, you would bring the CAD model into the software, but at that point you'd have to choose one feature at a time, come up with your point strategy, possibly say, if everything looked good, say okay, and measure the feature. This could probably take anywhere from average model from hours of measurement, and that was the old way.
So with something like this, I'm trying to understand is, you say it's automatic, so is it going to possibly pick features that maybe you didn't want to measure and then you can just subtract them out, or how does that work?
Yeah, so it's automatically going to take all the annotated features, okay? If you choose to not measure those, it's just a simple task of unchecking that particular feature.
Okay, so it is much simpler. It's easier to subtract out what you don't want than to have to add everything in.
It is very simple. It is very simple.
Okay. Any other features? Oh, and I'm assuming that this is smart enough to know the characteristics of whatever machine it is creating a program for. Is that right?
Yes. So that will be predetermined in a machine configuration in our current software, mCosmos, Planner will take that configuration and then create based on, again, the size, probe configuration, rack definitions, and all of that.
And does this work with all Mitutoyo machines right now, or just certain ones?
Works with all Mitutoyo CMMs, correct.
Okay, perfect. So that is the MyCat. Anything else we need to know about the MyCat?
No, I think that about wraps it up.
Okay, perfect. So that is a brand new product from Mitutoyo. That's the MyCat. This is the Mitutoyo Intelligent Computer Aided Technology. So now we're going to go from a new product to some of the more traditional products that you've come to expect from Mitutoyo. We're going to look at some traditional CMMs. Now, you're all familiar with touch probe CMMs, and Mitutoyo has a variety of them here at the show. And here to tell us all about their CMMs is Peter Weber. Peter?
Hi, Dirk.
Hey, thank you.
Good to meet you.
And what is your title?
I'm a sales engineer for Mitutoyo.
Okay.
Yes.
So what's the first machine we're going to be looking at here?
I'm going to show you a diverse lineup of our coordinate measuring machines, and basically we're going to be looking at the Krista PM 574, and this is a manual machine, Dirk. This is a a nice entry-level CMM that does a great deal of 3D work, very diversified as far as measurements. We can also do fundamental scanning, simplistic scanning with a manual machine as well. It's a very diversified machine.
Okay, and is there? I noticed there's a probe changer on here. So even the probe changing would be manual. Is that right?
Correct. Yes, and really the idea behind that would be basically to keep the styli clean. So you can take them off, you can remove them, and you can hook them up underneath there, and it keeps them very clean.
Now, one thing I'd be interested in is there's really still a lot of requirement for manual machines as opposed to automated machines. I mean, what's the use for a manual machine nowadays?
It's a very popular machine to the smaller job shops, someone who doesn't have a real lot of throughput, who has a broader tolerance band, etc. It's a very popular machine of ours, and it works real well.
Okay, well, let's move on to the next one.
Excellent, thank you.
And what do we have here?
I'd like to introduce the 544. This is the automatic version of the manual machine. We're introducing the MH20i Renishaw probe head, and it's a manual probe head where I would basically use this type of technology, and this type of machine would be very simplistic geometrical tolerancing, prismatic features such as side holes, top surfaces, etc. So it is full CNC, it's full 3D, three-dimensional, and it is an automatic machine versus the manual machine.
Okay. And it's a fairly small footprint.
It's a very small footprint. These go all the way up to 2-3 meters as well.
And did you say this was shop floor or not shop floor?
I have case studies of these being on the shop floor, yes. They actually have temperature compensation devices that we can actually put on the piece part that through a coefficient, it'll adjust the software real time if any temperature swings come about.
Okay, terrific. And this was the microcord?
This is the microcord Krista AS544.
Okay. Terrific. Okay, and slightly, what, looks like about the same size machine?
Yeah, they're identical. And really, we have a nice lineup as far as how it's progressionally moving up. Now, this one is the same footprint, the 544, but on this one, I'm introducing the PH10M. The PH10M probe head is an automatic probe head. It's got 720 different positions. And the idea behind this is now you can get into more complex areas. So if I have different attitudes as far as hole locations and different ways of measure or different angles, product.
And explain to me what an automated probe head is.
This particular probe head will actually rotate in 7.5 degree increments. It goes around an A angle and it also goes around B angle. And so an instance of where you see those holes on the other side measuring on this face, this probe head will automatically articulate into that feature and measure those product holes.
And by automatic meaning you don't have to adjust the probe ahead of time. You can control the angle of the probe from the software. Is that what you mean?
That is correct. Yes. Okay. Yes. It's very intuitive. It's the way to go as far as high throughput goes.
Okay. Perfect. And now we're moving around the corner here.
Yes.
By the way, Mitutoyo's booth is about 50 by 100. It's a rather large booth, and we're going to be covering a lot of it today.
I'm real excited about. This is our new product, our 574EX. This is our PH20 machine by Renishaw. And basically what we have here is, in this application, it can handle extreme fast throughput. On this particular model, on this particular probe, we're looking at approximately 50% quicker than a standard traditional touch probe on the other machines that we have just seen. And you can see it actually has a 5-axis movement to also benefit the area where it can actually traverse in, it can get into small angles. This particular probe head also has the infinite number of positions. Same 1.7 micron accuracy, It's a great, quick way of introducing a lot of throughput on medical parts, perhaps things that stampings. Real.
Okay. And these machines are all running the same software, is that right?
They are. They're running mCosmos. It's our suite of software. mCosmos runs our capital equipment throughout the world.
Okay, cool. And now we're moving on to this. Looks like a much larger machine.
It's our 574 Strato. Again, this is a new product of Mitutoyo's. It is a high accuracy CMM. It's got a 0.7 micron accuracy, which is very, very close. And it also is capable of doing the medical. It's very well suited for the medical departments.
You said 0.7 micron?
0.7 micron. Wow. Yeah. And it's also sitting on a vibration isolation table. So as I move this, it actually floats. So it really complements the accuracy of the machine itself. This you would definitely see in a, like I said, in a closed laboratory type environment.
I'm still amazed at 0.7 microns. I mean, 700 nanometers. I mean, we're talking really small stuff.
We're talking real small stuff, yes we are.
And what was driving the need for that kind of accuracy?
When we start getting into the 10th measurements, as far as perpendicularity, hole distances, true positions, when we start getting down into the 10th range, you are going to want to produce a 10% of that, which brings us down into those types of measurements. We also do have one other machine, a CMM, that is much more accurate than that as well. That's our Legex machine, and that's why we kind of have this one. It's in between the Krista, the Strato, of course, and then we have our Legex machine.
Okay. Well, Peter, that is the end of these particular group of machines. Is that right?
It's our coordinate measure machine lineup. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Peter, thank you very much.
Thanks, Dirk.
Okay. Well, we've been looking at these are more your kind of your traditional touch probe machines, and now we're going to go look at something that is really been a requirement for a long time for a lot of companies. Is multi-sensor machines, and right now I have with me is Andy Kirsten, and you're going to tell us about multi-sensor, is that right?
Yes, Dirk. As you guys have already seen the kind of evolution of our CMM product line, we're going to focus on the multi-sensor capability of our CNC CMMs. So we're actually showing 4 of them here. We got a brand new Surface Measure 606T, which is a non-contact triple beam line scanner. We can take data acquisition points at a rate of about 80,000 points per second. And what's unique to it is you have triple beams, so you have 3 cameras, so in one single pass you get a lot more throughput, a lot more coverage of a single hole maybe to get depth of a hole.
Now, I noticed that back, I'm not sure if we have a shot of this, we're putting, you just put back what kind of sensor did you just pick up, and what are you picking up right now?
Yeah, so really what's going on here is we're utilizing the automatic probe change out of the sensor, so we're just kind of demonstrating how you can change from the line scanner. Okay, so now it's dropping that back off, and it's going to just cycle through the different sensors to show we have full compatibility of automatic changeout through the rack system. Okay.
So you have a line scanner and what else?
And we have a surf test probe. We're the world's first surface measure sensor on a CNC CMM.
So surface measurement on the probe itself.
That's correct. So we're doing skidded measurement. We're able to position that at any angle. And if you notice, all of our sensors connect through a motorized head at the auto joint, so we can position that at various angles and then stabilize the machine and do skidded surface roughness measurement. Okay. So that's a kind of an industry first for us. So, you know, one of the benefits of having a multi-sensor system is a lot of industries require various measurement sensors, or different even staging of workpieces to get complete part inspection completed, right? So if you have it all on a CNC machine, you can fixture it once and get as much done in one setup.
Okay. Well, Andy, I appreciate it. This is well, actually, what industries kind of drive the need for a multi-sensor machine?
Really, we sell to all industries. So we got the medical, automotive, aerospace, consumer products. But as the advancement of manufacturing goes, so does the need for measurement, to capture that data and the quality of the product. So really all industries are driving it right now. And one thing I did want to talk about was a QVP probe. We don't have on this system right now, but it's a video-based inspection system. You have through the light or through the lens lighting and basically LED ring illumination as well. So you can do video-based inspection right on our systems as well. So that's
so a really wide variety of sensors all on one machine.
That's correct. We're really positioned to, we offer the most comprehensive sensors really out of anybody right now. So
okay, well Andy, thanks a lot, appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, now we're going to talk about something a little bit different. We've been looking at hardware, and of course, as anybody knows, hardware is only part of the picture. What you also care about is service. And here to talk about one of Mitutoyo's programs is Michael Crenny.
Hi, how are you today, Dirk?
Pretty good.
Nice to see you.
So, tell us about, you have a program called what? Gold Care.
Gold Care. So Gold Care is Mitutoyo's commitment to total ownership of your machine. It starts, of course, with a 2-year warranty on all our CNC CMMs, as well as our Quick Vision machines. We extend also the calibration to a 3-year process so that the customer's cost of ownership is reduced. With that as well, we offer an EcoFix fixture kit, a set of stylize, as well as an SPC software. One of the unique things for this year's Gold Care is we actually give you a course in our metrology center for any kind of thing like gauge R&R or an SPC gauge R&R. So our metrology.
So the training's part of the Gold Care.
Absolutely, it's a new package, or you can pick our metrology handbook, which is a nice reference guide that we've developed. So, wrapping up the whole Gold Care side is we know a customer needs to buy certain things when they buy a machine. So we're trying to enhance value, and we have that 2-year warranty. So we're very confident that our machines are built to last, and we try to do that with the customer.
And is the Gold Care only for things like CMMs and Vision and higher end machines, or any product?
So now we actually do it down to our manual machines. So this year we've instituted Gold Care with a 5-year warranty. So we've actually extended it out on some other products as the response has gotten better and better. So people see that long-lasting commitment from Mitutoyo.
And is Gold Care something that comes automatically with the product?
It does. So we've instituted a process where you buy a product, all these packaged items actually get put onto the order, and you get to have, again, free calibration for 3 years, no cost to the customer, included with travel. So the customers are pretty responsive to that.
What about legacy machines? Can somebody purchase something like a care package for older Mitutoyo machines?
And what we do that is our service department would actually come in and we'll actually put together some kind of calibration routine or package, or even software training, whatever they need to get their machine up to speed to the current revisions, and also do some preventative maintenance as well as calibration too.
Okay. Well, Michael, thanks a lot for telling us about the Gold Care program. Okay, now we're going to move over. We're going to look at some other hardware right now. We're going to look at what Mitutoyo calls their throughput solutions, and Ken Myers is going to tell us about that. Hey, Ken. And do I have that right? Throughput solutions or throughput systems?
Yes. This is an area that Mitutoyo has put together dedicated to our throughput solutions. It's to demonstrate our continuing dedication to offering the best throughput metrology in the industry.
So it's not just accuracy. You need equipment that's accurate, but you also want to make sure that you're pushing parts through as fast as you can, right?
That's correct, because throughput efficiency adds to lower cost, more throughput, higher profits. So the first system that we have to show you in this line is our Mach Kogami system. This is the introductory level in our Mach line of CMMs. It's made for high volume, nearline, inline applications. Uses a 0.1 micron scale technology to achieve a 2.2 micron accuracy level.
And actually, if we get maybe a wider shot here so we can see the whole thing, we've got a...
Mind hitting the button here, we'll get the cycle started, and what you'll see is the robot will actually pick up the part and automatically load it into the Kogami system. So I'm going to step out of the way as it loads so you can see. It's going to automatically load it into the system, initiate the cycle with the CMM, and then start the measurement. So as it takes the measurement, it will feed back to our SPC data collection software, so all the systems can be monitored. So this is really designed around those high throughput, small volume, and when I mean volume, I mean the space and which can be a premium in the manufacturing environment. So it's a very small footprint, which allows you more flexibility in putting it into your overall system.
So the whole idea here is that you're taking kind of the human element out of putting a part in or removing a part from the CMM. You're letting the robot handle all that, and I'm assuming that kind of helps with the repeatability of positioning the part and so forth?
That's exactly right. So you take out the human element, and the robots are very repeatable in the way that they load the part and present it to the measurement system. So it helps you increase your accuracy and help utilize the accuracy of your metrology equipment.
Okay, and we have a kind of a larger solution that's a little bit larger volume, it looks like.
That's correct. This is a little step up in our Mach line of CMMs. This is the Mach 3.
Why don't you stand on the other side over there, and we can frame this thing here, all right?
Sure, this is the Mach 3A. This is a horizontal arm CMM. So this is really designed around those conveyor type feed systems or pallet shuttle type systems where you really want a lights out type environment. So this machine also has a 2.2 micron accuracy plus 3.5 L over 1,000. But the advantage of these are they're shop floor hardened systems. They don't require air unless you add the indexing unit, and they run on standard power circuits. So it allows you a lot of flexibility in your measurement solutions. But what it is, it also gives you a better temperament to temperature variations as well as environmental contamination. So this is an all-in-one package. It includes the touchscreen monitor, and it's a very robust system.
This is, no, I guess I haven't seen this form factor before in a CMM where the arm just kind of comes out from behind the screen right there, which I'm assuming is to kind of what keep oil and grease and dirt and stuff off the CMM, or is that more for temperature control?
Well, the horizontal arm is to give you more flexibility in the way that you present the part to the system. So it's allowing you to pass through things in front of the system, whereas a traditional gantry style system, you would have to pass it through around critical components. So this gets it all out of the way in a compact design to allow you that flexibility.
And what kind of measuring volume?
This one is a 653, which is 600 by 500 by 300 millimeters.
And do they make larger ones, smaller ones?
We actually do have a larger one. It is also a vertical, not a horizontal though, but it's a 9-10-6.
And is that no, we have one more. Okay, awesome. All right, good.
So this is our QV Stream 606. It's also available in other sizes, a 300 and a 400 millimeter size. But this features our TAF technology, which is tracking autofocus. So if you have some variations within your part, this will constantly stay in focus as it scans the part. This has the highest throughput in the industry right now. So utilizing our 0.1 micron scales, we're able to achieve a 1.5 micron overall volumetric accuracy, which is the highest level throughout the industry.
And I'm sorry, I didn't hear, this is a 2D machine or a 3D machine?
This is 3D. We use a camera as well as a pinpoint laser in order to track that focus and also to do pinpoint accurate measurements with the laser technology.
And again, what kind of accuracy on this?
1.5 micron overall accuracy.
Okay. And is this, the Quick Vision, I believe, comes in other models as well? Other sizes, I should say, volumes?
Yes, this is a 606, which is a 600 millimeter machine. It also comes in 400 and 300 sizes. So you can get a little smaller version if you don't need this volume. Okay. And it also has modeless software, which allows for easy programming and setup.
Okay, terrific. Well, Ken, appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you, Dirk.
Okay, so long. So we're going to move over here to, we're going to take a look at some other vision systems. What we're going to look at right now, I believe, are some 3D vision systems. Remember, if you have any questions, feel free to send them to techno-live@qualitydigest.com, and we will we'll get them on the show, probably at the end of the show if you have any questions, so feel free to send them to us. And right now we're going to talk to Mark Sacco.
Yes, yes. Hi, nice to meet you.
So what are we looking at now?
This is our new generation of Quick Vision machines. So we debuted the Quick Vision line back in 1994, 20 years ago. So now at this show, we're releasing our next generation of Quick Vision line, which is our Generation D. So that covers the whole Quick Vision line, from our smallest machines, 200 millimeters, all the way up to our giant 2-meter machines. So with the new generation, we've released new hardware, new software, and new options as well. So as far as the hardware goes, like on this Quick Vision machine, we've updated the zoom system. So we have a new turret system, which is faster, more accurate than the old zoom system. We also, as an option, have a new lens that we can put in the turret system. We've improved the pattern focus. So our pattern focus allows us to focus on low contrast surfaces, very clear surfaces. So with the new pattern focus, again, it's faster, more accurate than the old system.
And what is pattern focus?
What it is the camera normally can focus on a surface. The problem is it's looking for contrast as it focuses. So if it's a very smooth surface like glass or mirror finish, it might not be able to see the contrast that it needs to do that focus. So pattern projects a shadow into the light path. It could focus on that shadow so that it could succeed on a focus where it might fail otherwise, again, depending on the surface.
Okay, so it's projecting a pattern on there that helps it, and then it's focusing. Okay, I got you. Okay.
Exactly. So there's that. We've also improved the ring light. So lighting is really, really critical for a vision machine. So with our ring light, we've always allowed our machines to adjust the angle of the ring light. Now we've increased the intensity of the light, so the lighting is brighter now, and it's more uniform around the part that we're looking at. So of course that always improves measurements when you can improve the lighting. So that's some of the hardware changes. We've also released new software. So our latest version of software is called QVPAC 11. So a year ago we released QVPAC 10, and with that we introduced Easy Editor, which improved the ability to create programs, edit programs. Also it's modeless with QVPAC 10, so we've built on that with QVPAC 11.
And modeless means what?
Modeless, before QVPAC 10 what you had to do was there was a learn mode, a run mode, and a manual mode. So it could get confusing between which mode you're in. So with Easy Editor, we did away with that. So now you don't have to worry about what mode you're in. You're always writing a program, so you never make a mistake that way. So now with QVPAC 11, we've continued with that, but now 11 supports all of the hardware that we've introduced with the new Generation D. So, in addition to that, we have some, sorry.
And it keeps going.
Yeah, exactly. So we have some hardware options too. So like this machine is a CPS machine, which is chromatic point sensor. So what that is a little light dot, 4-micron dot, that allows us to scan the surface of a part. So very quickly, very accurately, we could do profiles of a surface, something like that you can't get just with a camera, just with a vision machine. There's another option, we have TAF, TAF, which is tracking autofocus. So that's a laser that goes through the camera lens that as you're moving the camera, either manually or while running a program, that laser will keep the camera in focus as it's moving. So it's a programming aid, and it allows you to very quickly measure the surface of a part even if the Z is changing.
Okay, great. Mark, and did you have another machine to show? No, is it? Okay.
TV. All right, thanks a lot.
Right, thanks a lot, buddy. Okay, so we were looking at 3D machines. I believe what we're going to do now is take a look at a couple of 2D vision measurement machines. We're going to go around the corner here at the other end of the Mitutoyo booth, and we're walking. And we're going to meet up right now with Fred Modoyan. Yeah, Fred, nice to meet you. Thank you. And well, actually, this is the product right here, right? Okay.
This is our quick image.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Here. Okay, yes. All right. This is our quick image, which is telecentric based system, and right now this is a new generation of the quick image, which we enhance some of its capability in regard to camera enhancement as well as software enhancement. So now it is more capable, has additional functionality when it comes to the software. One thing about telecentric based system, we have one of the largest stage size offering when it comes to telecentric based vision measuring system. Our system runs from, it could go anywhere from 4 by 4 inches, 100 by 100 millimeters, all the way to 200 by 100. 16 inches by 8 inches.
16 by 18 inches. Okay.
The measuring range would be a 16 by 8 inches by 2 inches.
So it's stitching the image together as it moves along.
Actually, it does not stitch. We put scales both on the X and Y axis, so we can measure not only features that fit on a field of view, because some telecentric lenses measure features that fits on the field of view, but we can do that as well as the part could be as big as 16 inches. So I can measure a feature on one end a feature on the other end, and then do relationship between the two. There's no need to stitching. Because of the scales, it knows exactly how much I'm moving, so it can generate a relationship to feature to feature.
So you're saying, and there isn't a requirement, I mean, the user doesn't necessarily have a requirement that they see the entire image at once. They just want to know the distance, right?
Exactly, or distance, or any kind of geometric measuring system. So it could be distant, measuring a circle, anything that I see on the field of view or outside field of view, I can measure very easily.
Okay. And now, you said the working volume on this was how much?
Yes, this one particular is a 8 by 4 inches. This unit,
and it goes up to 16 by
8 inches. So it could go very large when it comes to measuring envelope.
And the accuracy again?
The accuracy of this system is 5 microns. Because we make our own optics, so we can better control the quality of the optics. So that's why we can offer a very tight tolerance or very high accuracy system. And this system comes with 2 different field of view, smaller as well as a larger field of view, as well as, like I said, different stage measuring volumes.
Okay. Well, Fred, was there more you want to show us? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Let's look at the software. Of course. Okay.
With the new generation of our quick image, we enhance some of the capability of the software. So one of the enhancement is I can position the part in any orientation on the stage, and the program will still recognize where the part is and will start the measurement automatically. It comes standard with all of our quick image system, the lighting. We have 3 different illumination. The backlight, which is a stage light, coaxial, which is through the lens illumination, and our multi-segmented programmable ring light. So by having those 3, I can better locate or capture some of the more difficult edges.
Okay, and the software is called?
Software is called QI Pack, which is designed, developed, and maintained by Mitutoyo. It is our own software.
Okay, now, and I hope I'm not throwing a curveball at you, but does this software in any way relate or tie into some of the other Mitutoyo software? Is it kind of a standalone just for your vision system?
It is standalone for our vision system. However, if I want to do profile analysis, I can use our form analysis software called FormPack. So I can take points, bring the points into FormPack, and be able to do form analysis. I can actually bring a 2D model and compare the points taken here to the actual 2D model, and it will give me a form analysis.
Ah, okay, perfect. Anything else you wanted to show us on QPack?
It's, no, basically, one of the other enhancement is ease of use, ease of operation. We have redesigned some of our icons for easier accessibility, for easier usage. So if you want to measure, let's say, a feature or a distance between 2 features, all you have to do is choose the appropriate icon, and it will step you through what is the first step, what you need to do first, what you need to do second. And from there on, it takes care of automatically.
All right, terrific. Well, thanks, Fred. I appreciate you taking the time. All right. So we've been looking at, so far, dimensional measuring equipment. We've looked at CMMs, we've looked at traditional CMMs, multi-sensor CMMs, we've looked at various types of vision systems, and now what we're going to do is move to form measurement. This is going to be further down in the form section here, the Mitutoyo booth. We'll just get down here, go around a corner here with these guys. All right. And now I am joined by Len Caravella. Caravella, all right.
Very good, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Len. So, all right, over on this side, okay. All right, perfect. What are we looking at?
Welcome to the newest innovation of contour equipment from Mitutoyo, the world's leading manufacturer of metrology equipment. This is the new CV2100 M4 machine. The CV2100 is available in both desktop or tabletop, as well as the column, as we see here. The column allows us easy positioning and positive location. I have positive stops. Another benefit is the control panel. I can lower my probe by the machine, thus saving my stylus. I have a 100 millimeter drive unit, resolute to 0.1 micron.
Did you say 0.1 micron?
0.1 micron is the resolution, correct. I have a fast positioning in the x-axis by turning this wheel and holding it. Plus or minus 45-degree tilt. And the
Yeah, and what was the measuring volume of part you could put in this?
The measuring volume again is 4 inches, and then I have 50 millimeters in Z travel.
Okay.
25 micron stylus tip.
And this is form, not necessarily surface roughness.
That is correct. It is contour measurement only.
Now, is this does this come in various other volumes or sizes, or is this?
This is our entry level. It again is offered in tabletop, or more versatile is on the column stands.
Okay. Anything else you wanted to point out on this while I'm here?
Offhand, I can't think of anything.
All right. Well, you covered it really well. Okay, Len. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thank you for your time.
All right. So sticking with form, we're going to meet another Mitutoyo sales engineer here. And we're going to come around to the far corner of the Mitutoyo booth, where we're going to meet up with Drew Klaber. Klaber or Clabber?
Klaber, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Pleasure to talk to you.
All right. So we are looking at this machine right here.
Yes, this is an. Yes, absolutely. I don't want to block the gold here.
That's right. That's the star of the show.
This is the star of the show. This is a new innovation in Mitutoyo form measuring, and this is our new extreme machine. This is an SVC 4500 CNC. This is a fully programmable contracer. So we just saw the more entry-level system that Lynn Caravello was showing you. Well, this takes it up a notch. So not only can I move my stylus and the x-axis and measure, but I can also measure. I have an added y-axis. I have an automated tilt. All of that is programmable from this. And for positioning speeds, I can move up to 200 millimeters per second in the X, Y, and Z for positioning. So the goal of this is for very high high inspection rate parts. So I can set a part down with either a click of a mouse or maybe a barcode scanner, have it move in and do all the measurements, get all the results I need at once.
Now, the machine that Len was just showing us, that's basically a manual machine then, right?
It is a manual. And again, this is fully automatic. It uses the same software though, so you get all the same features. But again, this is a little more programmable. And also, one thing that's unique about this is if you take a look, we have the dual-sided stylus on here. The machine that you were just looking at with Lynn, it had a stylus in the 6 o'clock orientation. Well, now I have a stylus on the top and bottom, and I can do relative measurements between those. So I can do inside diameters, outside diameters, and get relative information between those.
Oh, so you wouldn't necessarily have to. If you had a single stylus, you wouldn't be able. You'd have to rotate it over or something like that.
Change the direction, recalibrate. This is already set up to go for that. And again, fully automatic. So it's going to take maybe what would be maybe a 20-30 minute inspection time with more operator involved on a manual system. Bring that down to just a few minutes, handful of minutes for the inspection.
Okay, very cool. And again, the usual question I ask, because I know you guys offer a lot of your equipment in different volumes. Is this in different volumes as well, or is this the only one?
No, absolutely. We have different models of this. We have different size columns, bases. We also have a big brother to this, so that if we have much larger parts, thinking aircraft, automotive, things that maybe have heavier, need more of a room, we have a version of this where the column will move, much like on a CMM, and it's still a measuring axis at that point.
And accuracy again?
Accuracy, we're talking, well, the resolution on this is sub-micron. I think it's 0.02 micron on here, and the accuracy relative to the measurement, but we're talking just a few microns.
Just a few microns. Okay, all right. Drew, appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Nice to meet you.
Thanks a lot. Okay, now we're going to meet up again with Mark Azumi to get a little bit about the history, I think, of Mitutoyo.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about the history, but we'll also talk about Mitutoyo quality. And really, Mitutoyo quality, it really gets started with our staff, with our team. We have the best and the brightest in the industry. Also, when you talk about Mitutoyo quality, you talk about our equipment. Our equipment is really built to last. Whether we're talking about a micrometer or a caliper, or we're talking about a coordinate measuring machine, all of our equipment is really built to last. It's a durable construction. So, the other thing about Mitutoyo quality is the longevity, the use, basically the way people think about our products. It's really comes down to peace of mind, right? When it comes to precision measuring, everyone wants peace of mind with their equipment. So these are things that really embody Mitutoyo quality. And kind of with that being said, we're going to kind of go from our form products line over to our small tool line. And Mr. Tom Zaremba here will talk about our latest equipment, and that's the QM height gauge.
And this is hand tools is where Mitutoyo started off.
That's correct, and I'll talk a little bit later about the hand tool side.
Perfect.
Great.
Okay, we got Tom Zaremba here, and Tom, why don't you move the other side of that height gauge there? There we go.
Move that out of the way for you. So this is our new QM height gauge. It's really a redesign off of our previous generation model. We've made it so we simplified the design, so the button layout's a lot more simple. As always, we have the best-in-class accuracy at 2.4 microns. This is a manual height gauge, so in order to take a measurement, I would slide it up and down and take a trigger, and there I can get my height. If I wanted to measure a height from there to another spot, I would just go down to my other spot. And it tells me the distance from one feature to the next. We can set tolerancing on it. We now offer it with an optional air foot. So this air foot allows you to slide it across the granite really easily.
So that's an air bearing?
Yes. There's a 3-point air bearing and there's a compressor inside.
I was going to say, where's the air coming
from? Yeah, it's coming from inside. So that allows you, if you have to drag it from one side to the other, that's an option with the power grip handle.
So I just push this button?
Just push the button. Let it slide.
Yeah, that slides really easily. Okay, and as soon as you release it, it just lowers it down to the ground.
Lowers it down. Yep. And for a while, until the end of the year, we're going to be offering it with an additional stylus kit and a depth probe. It's currently featured in our fall promotion, which is a 36-page catalog, and right here we've got our promo on the QM height.
Okay, and the height gauges are in, what's your smallest and your maximum height?
In this model, we have a 14-inch and a 24-inch.
Okay, great. And now we're moving down to look at, what are we looking at next? Calipers, okay.
Actually, indicators.
Indicators, okay.
Yep. So we'll talk a little bit about our new indicator lineup. We have 3 new indicators here. One of them is the calculation type indicator. If you're not familiar with the calculation type indicator, it allows a nonlinear displacement of the spindle.
Why don't you explain that a little bit?
Okay, so if you had a custom gauge where you were trying to measure a diameter or something of that nature, there's a formula you would have to figure out for measuring the diameter without having 2 opposing probes. So the probe cannot move on a 1-to-1 or a 2-to-1 displacement. It needs to have a nonlinear displacement. So this allows you to program in a coefficient so it's a nonlinear displacement.
Okay.
The next one here is our min-max TIR indicator, which we've always had. Min-max would allow you to just hold the max value, or the min value, or the TIR, which is the max minus the min. The new button layout's nice so that it's really easy to go through and set your tolerance, resolution, and that kind of thing.
Okay.
And the last one's our bore gauge indicator. Similarly, the thing with bore gauges is if you have a lot of different diameters you're trying to measure, you need to set multiple presets. Right. So this allows you to store multiple presets within the indicator. The biggest advancement from this line of indicators from our past is we now have software available so that if you don't want to go through the buttons, we can program here right on the software. And you can lock out your users from messing with the numbers. So if you went through the problems of figuring out the coefficients to type into the calculation indicator, you don't want your guys going in there and zeroing it out. This way we can lock it out on the computer side and there's no way for them to change it.
Oh, okay. That's pretty nice.
Pretty nice, yep, absolutely. And we're going to move over to the AOS caliper next.
So we're on calipers now, okay.
So this is our new AOS caliper. It stands for Advanced On-Site Sensing Caliper. I practiced that this morning, by the way. It uses electromagnetic inductive sensor technology. So it's a lot more resistant to coolant and different things like that, contaminants, so you don't get a lot of contamination errors. Of course.
So rather than regular caliper might have like a geared type of system, right?
That's right. Yeah, this uses a slightly different technology than all of our competitors, and of course we've always had the best calipers in the industry.
Oh, well, of course.
Of course. What you also get with that sensor is you get a 3.5-year battery life. So instead of replacing batteries every 3 to 6 months, like some of our competitors, you get 3.5 years of continuous battery life on this caliper.
Okay. And these, again, sizes of calipers. Looks like you got 6 to what, 24?
We might even go up to 40 inches, I believe, on this. You're going to try to stump me.
I'm going to try to stump you. I'm trying my best. Haven't done it yet.
I think we make up to 24 inches on our standard caliper. But of course, the carbon fiber caliper, we can get those up to 80 inches and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. Terrific. And well, okay, that was it for Tom. Okay, Tom, thanks, man. Appreciate it. All right. And now we're back to Mark Izumi. You're holding something pretty interesting there in your hands.
That is correct. I've dug through the museum and pulled out, actually when we talk about history and quality, this is actually one of the first micrometers that was ever manufactured by Mitutoyo. Yihan Numata, the founder of Mitutoyo, really felt very strongly about quality. In fact, the first production run was 100 pieces. Out of the first production run, 83 of them were not good, up to his standards. So they actually had a mock burial of those 83 in the factory floor at that time, just to prove and just to tell his comrades that, you know, really it's about quality, and he wants to put out a quality product. So even from the very inception with this first micrometer, all the way up to what we have now, we've got the MDH micrometer.
Yeah, let's come back over here a little bit, because I think this is interesting. So this is this particular mic you're holding in your hand. Maybe we can get a tight shot on that, perhaps. Zoom in. This was manufactured when?
In 1937.
And we're looking at your latest. That's the half micron?
Right. Correct. That is super high accuracy resolution micrometer. So we've gone from this to coordinate measuring machines, form measuring equipment, 3D non-contact vision measuring. So we've got 6,500 products, and to think that it all started out with this.
And what I think you had told me a little bit of a story about how he came to actually, was it just he needed a micrometer or a device of that type?
Well, he thought at the time that the Swiss had a pretty good product, but he also wanted to produce something in Japan. And through a lot of trial and error, he went through it and finally came up with a product that he could be proud of. And that's still the way that we operate today. We put out only products that we're very proud of, and this proves it all the way from the very beginning.
So you guys celebrated your 50 years just a few months ago, beginning of the year, I believe, and now we're at 80 years, 50 years for Mitutoyo America, 80 years for Mitutoyo International.
Correct. 1934 was the start of Mitutoyo Corporation in Japan. And just last year, in fact, last fall, when we launched our new facility in Aurora, was when we had our 50th here at Mitutoyo America. So a storied history, and we're very proud of it. And we're also very proud of this booth and the products that we represent and the people that we have that represent our products.
Yeah, well, if you happen to be here at the show and watching this, you might want to come by the booth, because pretty much every type of equipment that Mitutoyo has ever made is represented here in this booth. How many products did you say?
Well, we have 6,500 total products, but we have quite a good representation of product here at the show. So we highly suggest everyone come out and take a look at it. And if not, of course, there'll be video and things to look at post-show. So, all right.
Okay, well, Mark, I appreciate you taking the time and to your team for opening up your booth to us. And again, we've been at the Mitutoyo booth. This is the 80th anniversary for Mitutoyo. Started in
1934.
1934. This is their 80th anniversary. So thanks again to Mark and his team for letting us come here. Just a reminder, we're also going to be broadcasting Quality Digest Live, our weekly show, on Thursday, so keep your eyes open for that. And once again, thanks to all of you for joining us for TechnorazziLIVE at the Mitutoyo booth at IMTS 2014, and we will see you at the next TechnorazziLIVE. So long.